add you dealing with demons on top of that, like losing yourself.
Right.
Like in the industry where drug is such a big part of it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back at it again, looking lovely, because you can see it if you're watching the video.
You.
The tummy getting a little bigger still, because I'm eating good.
That
Yeah,
quarantine.
Quarantine belly.
Let's keep it 100. Who really quarantined?
Ain't about quarantine belly, especially out here where we at. But anyways, yo, this is LBA. I am Eris Black.
Samurai Blake.
We're back at it again with another one. And I guess you could say it's a sensitive topic.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean,
It is.
it is. Some people, because I mean, certain names we may mention may move people different ways. Who knows? But I'm sure everybody heard about what happened to DMX. How he, according to the articles, he had an overdose. They didn't mention what it was, but that's not the point. But the point that is that he had an overdose, ended up in the hospital, and apparently he was in a grave condition. And a lot of people, obviously, I don't know who would wish bad upon him, but hoping that he pulls through. But the main point we want to highlight with that is what's going on, like in the industry where drug is such a big part of it. You get what I'm saying? Like where I feel like it's affecting a lot of people to a degree of like losing yourself.
Right.
Or some people might use it to find themselves. You feel me?
Right.
But for his case, I know when he was young, he spoke about it. And when he was young, his OG introduced him to some hard shit. You didn't even know. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's the OG. I trust him. Boom, boom, boom. So then it's like that became a habit now. That became something like he could not get rid of. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And we've lost so many great artists, so many great artists, to so many different drugs, man. I don't know, like how you seeing it? How you viewing it right now with this whole situation? Not just his situation, but just drugs and music in general.
I think it's like drugs in the entertainment world, but I don't know. I think anything that has to do with a lot of money involved, there's always going to be drugs. The reason why, because it made me think of Wolf of Wall Street, how they were on Quaaludes, cocaine, and that lifestyle. But I guess that lifestyle you could categorize it as entertainment. True. But I just feel like it just reminds me of Juice WRLD. It reminds me of Mac Miller. Yes. It reminds me of
yes, that's
name your
so
celebrity.
Many, bro.
Yeah.
Lil Peep, Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
I think Jimi Hendrix as well.
Yeah. So it's just like I'm not in that world. We're not in that world. We're only outsiders looking in. But at the same time, we happen to know people who go through substance abuse, not just drugs, but alcohol too. So it's just like, I know a lot of people got affected last year because they lost a job and
quarantining.
Yeah,
stay inside. I mean?
And it's because it's like, yo, I don't know what tomorrow got to offer. Where to the point there's some people that are saying couldn't even tell you their days because everything was feeling like the same. You know, usually like, oh, the weekend I go to the club, or I do this and that on the weekends, or I go to the beach. Now I'm just like, I'm sitting at home. But even though some people are going back outside, it's like, yo, I ain't got no job, and I'm going through it. But it just leads to, you know what? I'm trapped with my own demons. How do I quiet them? That's what it boils down to. Like, I'm trapped with decisions I'm forced to sit in front of to deal with. How do I get rid of them? Drugs, alcohol, sex, what? And I feel like hearing that story with DMX, I don't know him. I don't know his situation. I don't know if he didn't conquer his demons. I'm not saying demons don't go away, but I thought, you know, he was a big advocate of mental health, like, you know, and he talks about the traumas and the stuff that he deals with.
He does.
And it's like, damn. When someone told me he was dealing with that still, I'm just like, damn. That shit makes me don't even want to touch drugs. Like, I don't want to become dependent on it to make me feel better. Like, even Mike Tyson's like, yo, if I ain't got weed, I'm going to spaz out. Even though he's going through a mental journey, he's progressed from where he used to be, but he's still always on edge if you pay attention to Hotbox. But that's how it's making me feel.
I haven't really been watching that much Hotbox. Honestly, I haven't watched too many episodes, probably like two, maybe.
The Boosie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's everybody.
Yeah. But no, I agree with what you're saying. Like we're trying to get rid of so many demons, and we feel like, okay, yo, drugs are easier way to deal with it because it's hard to sit with yourself and think of, for example, I know this happens to a lot of people. You ever go to sleep, time to go to sleep, and you got work tomorrow, or you have things to handle tomorrow, and you trying to go to sleep, and you can't go to sleep because your mind is racing, and it's not even about, what I gotta do the next day. It's more so of like everything that happened in your life up to this point. You're like, damn, why am I thinking about all this? So a lot of people I know will sedate themselves so they go to sleep. Michael Jackson.
I never knew that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, because remember the doctor was giving him drugs so he could go to sleep because
No,
he couldn't go to
I
sleep.
literally didn't know that part. I thought he was
Yeah.
doing like the boat, whatever procedure. I didn't know he was doing that type of stuff.
Yeah, because he couldn't go to sleep, so the
Wow.
doctor would have to administrate, certain level amount to make sure that he's actually able to wake up. But the man ended up giving him too much, so he did not wake up, so he passed away. You feel
Wow.
me? Yeah, so it's like, it's because, especially in the rap industry, it's like we frown upon sleep. Yo, you sleep is the cousin of death, nigga. I'll sleep when I die. Yo, that's a sick mentality. And we grew up in an era where we believed it, and still to today, a lot of people believe it. But it's like, yo, sleep is very important. You don't sleep, everything else just falls apart. First of all, even if ain't everything else, watch this. I'm gonna show you the domino effect, right? If you're losing sleep, right, the first thing that's going to affect is your brain. Now, now I'm not a doctor. It's just from
You're speaking-
experience.
yeah, I'm about
You
to
feel
say
me?
that.
I'm speaking from experience. What happened to me, right? And I just feel like everyone could relate because everybody got a brain. So, but anyways, you lose sleep. First thing that gets affected is your brain. Now, once your brain get affected, everything gets affected.
Yeah, body follows.
Everything gets affected. You're fatigued. You start feeling stressed. You're irritable, depressed. You can't concentrate on nothing.
You have no motivation, which
No
is part of the
motiva-
depression.
Yeah. So it's like sleep is very important, and I be trying to get as much as I can, and sometimes I fall short of that, and I don't like that. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like, especially for somebody who can now, if you have crazy, because we all have demons, but some demons are worse than others. So now you add you dealing with demons on top of that. Yo, you're not sleeping at all. You're not sleeping at all. So now you need something, some type of substance. It's like, yo, I need to go to sleep, or at least let me forget about this, so I can actually get a peace of mind. So I completely understand where you're coming from, but does that justify it?
No, but
That's what I want to know.
no, but
Not justify. That's a bad poor choice of word. Let me say it this way. Since we know all that, okay, you're dealing with demon and everything, and you're doing, the reason why, some people do drugs is to bury the demons or get away from the demons. Isn't there a better way? If there isn't, should there be a better way in the sense of like, yo, if it's this that helps you get through it, is there something that's equivalent but it's actually in a healthy way to help you get over your demon?
okay, I got two answers.
Go ahead.
All right, the first one I just thought of. Wouldn't you compare drugs to coffee? Because that's like you telling somebody to go to Starbucks. Isn't there a better way to stay up and give you better energy? One.
True,
And number
okay.
two, with drugs, is that old saying, ignorance is bliss? We've been in a situation where we've been under the influence of things. Remember when you went to the club for the first time and you were so drunk and you was bliss, everything was floating, everything felt amazing.
I recall.
Isn't that a form of ignorance, which was blissful? You literally describe bliss because it puts you in a world where, like, you're not thinking, you're just relaxed, which makes you ignorant of your situation. Isn't that drugs?
I mean,
I'm not saying it's an excuse, but there's like you said, ignorance is bliss. This is drugs. It's helping you forget about your problems.
which I completely understand, and I'm not a savior or a doctor to be like, hey, this is how you should do it. Da, da, da. I'm just saying, yo, we have so many unique minds out here, and we have so many great individuals who lose themselves to drugs, who lose themselves to any substance. It doesn't even have to be drugs. It could be, because sex is not a drug, but it could still become an addiction. You feel me?
Right.
So you just lose yourself in something where it's like, it fucks you up in so many levels.
Okay,
So
but then I got this to say, because I know there's somebody right now looking at you or me, and because they know every podcast, you're like, yeah, I gained a little weight, but then it's just like, all right, if you feel aware about your weight and your situation, then lose it because you look like you're not changing. Isn't that the same thing as somebody like, yo, I know I need to stop taking drugs, but it's like I'm actively somewhat trying to do something, but it's like you're not seeing no change. So I'm saying that to say, yo, it's not as easy as it looks. Because if you're saying it's that easy, how come you can't get the body that you want?
It's two things. One, I always joke about my body because I find funny. It's not that I'm not comfortable with myself. I love do I look regardless if I was 300 pounds or not.
Right.
My thing is health. You feel me? And I know that I've actually been eating healthy. I know I've been doing healthy regimens. You feel me? I know I've been gaining more sleep. You feel me? So my whole thing is health. It's not like I'm not trying to get a 6-pack or 8-pack. Yo, I just want to be healthy.
Right.
You feel me? That's one. Two,
you don't want that. You don't want that hot boy song?
Nah.
I know that shit was hella delayed. I was thinking that. I was like, this nigga, you don't want no 6-pack. All right, let you have a 6-pack, bro.
No, I'm good. If I get a 6-pack or 8-pack, I'm straight, bro.
Like,
you gonna
be all right. I'm gonna catch you in the back of the house kicking trees like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Hey, watch this, right?
You gonna start flexing. You gonna be one of them niggas that be like talking to me and flexing for no reason, bro. Why you? I get you. I get it. You got it.
I would be that nigga that never has a shirt where he goes everywhere. It's
bro,
like,
legit,
it's like, bro,
dog.
come on, bro.
Like, why?
Bro, come on, bro. We had a funeral,
like, we
bro.
get it, dog. We get it. You're ripped, bro.
Bro, why you got your pecs out, bro? We had a funeral, bro.
Why you putting an auntie near your titties for, bro?
Come
like,
on,
nah.
Bro. Why your body glistening? Did you put baby oil
right,
on, bro?
nigga? It's like, this nigga about to get ready to do a flip. No, but on the real, though, like, I'm just to get straight to the point, because I just feel like it's a culture thing. With rap, with everything else, it's become a culture to do that. It's kind of like drinking, too, because I'm not a big drinker, but it's like, yo, I don't want to be left out, or I got to have something in my hand to look busy. Because it looks weird.
I see what you mean, but that's uncomfortability within yourself. That has nothing to do with your environment. Yes, I get it. Your environment does influence you. Come on, we all know this. But that's I feel like not taking accountability for yourself. Like, I'm a little weird.
All right, so give me the steps.
There's no step. Like, I've said this so many times in so many of our podcasts. Know yourself. Because if you know yourself, then you know how to deal with yourself. And to go back on what you said earlier, I am in no shape or form saying, oh, that's easy. Like, oh, man, it's that easy. Just do it. No, but it's kind of like, all right, for example, we have examples of every day of what bad health decisions could do to us.
Right.
You feel me? Us picking up different type of patients from so many different places, bringing them to dialysis and everything. So for me to choose a life that's unhealthy, for me to choose a life where I'm like consuming a whole bunch of things that I know is not good for my body or my mind or my soul, you feel me? And then end up in a situation where, damn, now I'm sick and I'm in a hospital bed.
But ain't nobody thinking about consequences. It's like, yo,
then that's what I'm saying. You just said it right there. You're not thinking of the consequence, so I can't just be. I can't be like, oh, I'm not saying it's easy.
Yeah, but guess what? I feel like with drugs, that's the only time I feel like people are focused on the present, not the past, not the future. They just focus on now. And I feel like that's only with drugs sometimes.
Which I do agree with you, which is true, but there's other outlets, man. That's all I'm saying.
Look. But here's the thing. You was young. The same mindset you got now is not the same that you had back then. You have to be educated or introduced. You just said DMX was introduced to drugs. Mike Tyson was introduced to drugs. That nigga was like taking drugs at 11 or some shit like that. So it's just like, it goes back to culture. Like, yo, they're more aware. Like, you're more aware than the average Joe. You have more self-awareness than the average Joe. Everybody got different lifestyle.
Of course.
So it's just like, when you saying that, it's just like, it's like a shot to me in a way, like, okay, tell me. That's cool. You said, how do I do that? How do I discover myself? Don't tell me meditate. I don't like meditating.
Okay, then. See, I'm glad you said that. Then if you know that you don't like meditating, find a different outlet. Find something else. Because I can't tell you, because I could tell you meditate, but just like you just said, I don't like meditation. Okay, cool. So what am I going to say? All right, then just keep doing your drugs, man. No, I want you to be good. I want you to be healthy. I want you to have a long life and live great.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay,
I'm
but-
not saying that it's easy because guess what? And we all heard this as much of a cliche as it is, right? Nothing in life that's worth it comes easy.
Okay.
Period. If somebody wants to lose weight and they're like 300, 400 pounds, that's not an easy thing to do. Because guess what?
Right.
You could lose 10 pounds. You could lose.
But would you say that's dedication?
In a sense, yeah.
But
Dedicating to being well. Dedicating to being like.
But things happen in life, so how can I be dedicated? Like, wouldn't that have to be like a lifestyle?
Yeah, it has to be a lifestyle. So if you make it a lifestyle, then it becomes a habitual. You feel me? So now you just do it like a second nature. That's it. It becomes second nature to you. Listen, people. I'm not a fucking guru. I'm not I'm not I'm not enlightened or wise. It's just certain thing that I see. I'm just like, oh, okay. It seems like this is how this should be.
Right.
I fall short of. There's things I tell you I either have went through, some people that went through, or I've done it and fell, or I'm still dealing with to this day.
Right. But we're talking about celebrities because look, you're broke right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Broke you versus rich you. When any girl can approach you, you won't have to lift a finger. You have more temptation. So we're talking about celebrities right now, like DMX, Mac Miller, all them. What do you think they should be a program? Like, what's the call to action? Like, what should they have?
The call to action is this: people need to leave him the fuck alone and let him be human.
Isn't that
beings.
worse? Because Mac Miller was left alone when
Listen.
Okay, go ahead.
People need. There's a difference between being left alone and you're by yourself and nobody want to fuck with you, and then being left alone where you're by yourself, but people in the media is still slandering you. People you still getting lost. Yo, kind of same thing, but segueing. Yo, Kevin Hart said, bro, I get sued so much, it's not even funny.
That's so annoying.
That's what I'm saying. Leave people the fuck alone.
There should be like a law, like a limit, or you should get punished for that, bro.
Because, broke me and rich me is going to have different opportunities, but guess what? The core shit that I do is still going to remain there unless I change it.
Right.
You feel me? If I'm prone to always buying certain substance while I'm broke, even though I don't, I might not take it a lot, just once a week or maybe once a month, whatever. Yeah, when I'm rich, now I have more money, of course I'm going to do it more. Of course I'm going to be like, oh yeah, let me get that. I'm able to buy more. I'm able to, oh man, I love sex, but I can't pull that much girls. Ooh, now that I got money, girls are just coming my way. I'm good.
What porn star you buying today?
You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter if you're broke,
right,
or rich,
right.
You feel me? At the end of the day, the only thing that changes will be what? The money, so you could consume it more. That's the only thing that's gonna change. So
Okay.
if you're having a problem now and you have inspiration or is it inspiration or I don't know, whatever, you have the goal of being wealthy one day, fix that.
Aspiration.
That's what it was. The ass and the inspiration. Yeah. If you have the aspiration of like, yo, I want to be wealthy one day, fix that, because it's not gonna get easier to deal with those problems. It's just gonna get easier to avoid them. It's gonna get easier to find distractions.
So the gem of the day is?
The gem of the day is, once again, and I've said it before in another podcast, please know yourself. And if you have a difficulty of finding who that is, yo, go on a journey. You feel me? Whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual, go on a journey. It does not have to lead with drugs.
Take a walk, go skateboard.
Learn.
Tyler Creator be riding his bike for miles.
Bro, yo, sometimes I just walk around my neighborhood for what? Nothing. I'm not walking the dog. Nothing. I just like, yo, let me just be part of life and just walk.
Mm-hmm.
I skateboard. A longboard, same thing. A longboard. I go to the beach by myself. Before this whole COVID thing was, I would take myself to the movies for no reason. For what? Yeah, because I enjoy movie. I don't only enjoy a movie when I have a shorty with me.
Damn, that's funny that you mentioned that, because it seems like for females, especially black women, that self-care is serious, but for dudes, there's no such thing as that. We don't got that. Yeah, because we live in a world where it's like if you say something that sounds like something a woman might do, they're like, ugh, nigga, you gay. Or I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm gay. I'm happy as hell, nigga. Leave me alone. You're treating yourself to be happy.
Yeah, because it's like we feel like it's not masculine to treat yourself. Bro, I love things too. What you mean? Honestly, if I cared about pedicure, I'd get one. I don't really care about it. It won't really do nothing for me if my shorty's like, oh, hey, come with me. Cool, let's go. Like a foot massage? Hell yeah. Yo, rub all that Rub all that, all that slavery, residue off my feet, please. I've been working all week. You hear me? But it's just honestly just know yourself and love you. Cause and I've noticed this, bro. I've noticed this. And then I'm gonna give you the mic and you could say your piece. I've noticed this, bro. Rather you view it as good in this world or bad in this world, people will forget. I'm going to say it again. Whether you are viewed as good in this world or as bad in this world, people will forget. Because people will be like, oh, yeah, man, you're so awesome. You did it. A little thing happened. They'll be like, oh, I hate this person. I can't even stand this person. It's like, yo, they're human beings. And if you do bad, they'll be like, I can't believe you did that. For example, watch this. Perfect example. Do you know when was the last time I heard this nigga named Trump? His name? You know how much people hate him or said they hate him? I haven't heard nobody spoke about Trump.
So that goes to show you who's really controlling our emotions.
Bro, know you, love you, and do what's best for you. Because if you're taking care of yourself, everything else
will
follow through, and you end up taking care of everything else. Trust me. And if somebody look at you crazy because you're taking care of yourself, thank God. Look them in the eye and be like, thank you so fucking much because you've opened my eyes. God is now showing, it doesn't even have to be God, the universe, whatever. You are now showing me one of the things that were fucking up my life. You're not showing me, oh, wow. You know when you go to the doctor, you're like, doc, my this hurt, that hurt. And they're like, well, I don't know what's wrong with you. I figured out what's wrong with me. One of the things that were wrong with me was you. I hung out with you too much. You're very pessimistic. Why didn't I notice this before? Every time we have a conversation, you always bring some type of pessimism up. Like, I noticed that now. Cool. But now that I'm trying to get myself better, you're offended. No, you're not offended. You're scared because now you understand you're going to be here by yourself in this misery because you're not taking the action to get yourself out of it. So once again, the gem of the day, people, please know yourself, love yourself. And if anybody else trying to come at you any sideways because you're doing that, please look them in the eyes. And if you don't want to do it because you're not that type of person, send them to this video and pause it at this moment right here, and I'll say it to them for you. Fuck you.
There you go.
Fuck you. I choose me.
Ooh, that should be a shirt.
Facts, bro. Facts.
Yeah.
Anyways, what you got to say?
I don't really got to say much because you already said it, but I would just say, I guess logically, it's like whatever the situation is, set up the goal and work backward.
I'm Marriage Black, and we fucking love you. Please do not send us any message to our emails. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Google trying to play us. They don't want us to be successful, but we're going to be, nigga. You can't stop this wave. I'm sorry. You feel me? I'm sorry. So hit us